Right, on to our next big story of the evening, flood watch. Now, the country is on high alert as rainwaters threaten to displace hundreds of families living in areas near rivers and dams.
That's right. Evacuation of families living near Ndakaini Dam has begun, and similar exercise is set to begin around the hydro dams of Masinga and Kiambere, which have hit their full capacity.
That's right. Now, rivers including Sondu, Athi, the Sabaki have also burst their banks. Let's get more from our very own Enoch Sikolia.
Images of submerged houses have become a common feature of Ombaka village in Nyando, Kisumu County. Today, many more residents are fleeing their homes days after River Nyando burst its banks, flooding the village.
Imeharibu nyumba zetu, vitu vyetu kama kuku, ng'ombe na kadhalika. Hatuwezi hata kulima shamba yetu sababu ya hii maji.
They are heading for Nyamasao Primary School to join hundreds of their neighbors who were displaced earlier by the floods. They say perennial floods have been a pain to them for decades and are now calling on the government to find a permanent solution. Building dikes along the banks of River Nyando is what they are calling for.
Imekuwa mingi kiwango ambapo hatuwezi sasa. Tunajaribu kujisaidia lakini hatuwezi kujisaidia.
Tunataka mto Nyando tuweze kujenga ile dam inaitwa Soin Koru Dam, tuweze kushika maji kule juu yasikuje hapa kwenu.
But even as the government promises to help the people of Nyando, danger is looming elsewhere. Water levels at Ndakaini Dam have gone beyond the normal levels, with the meteorological department warning that the water catchment facility could burst its walls in the coming days should the rain persist. Such an occurrence will endanger the lives of thousands of people who live downstream. This is Chania River on the border of Murang'a and Kiambu counties. Now, water levels never reach here on an ordinary day. But according to residents, this is a pointer to the situation at one of its sources, Ndakaini Dam. At Ithanga village, several kilometers from Ndakaini Dam, rivers are already flooded and residents living along the river banks are fearful.
Unataka kuniambia mto uko wapi hapa?
Mto iko kwa ile mashini unaona huko. Hiyo mashini inavutanga maji hapo chini. Sasa hii maji unaona hapa, hii ni shamba. Hii ni shamba. Sasa hii maji inaingilia hapa, imeacha mto huko. Inapitia kwa shamba, inaingilia huko kwa bridge. Hiyo yote ni shamba, mali unaona inapigia kona. Hiyo ni shamba iko hapo. Maji iko huko chini ya hizo miti.
Indeed, it's crystal that rivers Thika and Chania are flooded. But according to the meteorological department, things could get even worse going forward with each drop of rain.
Kulingana venye imekuja, saa siwezi lala, lakini siwezi toka hapa. Nitakuwa area, lakini siwezi lala kwa nyumba.
Unalala wapi?
Nalala nje.
Nje tu hivi?
Hapo nje, nikiwa kaa soja.
Similar floods alert have been issued to residents living near the country's hydroelectricity dams. Masinga Dam is expected to hit its full capacity today, while Kiambere follows 48 hours later, thus posing danger to hundreds living downstream.
Na daraja zetu mingi zile zinapita hii mto, tunaomba serikali zichukue juu, na kesho ama ikifika hapo jioni hii barabara naona lazima tufunge.
Enoch Sikolia, Citizen TV.
Now, there's no let up in those floods there. We're going to give you a little weather alert thanks to our weather person, Victoria, Ngwata Victoria.
That is going to stick, Jeff.
It is, Ngwata.
Shall we tell the people what's going to happen?
So we expect the rains to continue into tomorrow, according to the latest advisory from
the weatherman or weatherwoman.
Okay.
The Kenya Meteorological Department says the following areas, including central, western, parts of southeast and the coastal region, should be most affected.
Also on high alert for significant flooding are, get this, Athi River, Ndakaini Dam, River Sabaki in Kilifi, and Nyando. These areas are at risk of major water bodies overflowing.
Well, residents in these areas are advised to be on the lookout for potential floods, avoid driving through or walking in moving water. Now, people in landslide-prone areas and other hilly areas are being put on high alert. Also, to minimize exposure to lightning strikes, avoid walking in open fields, seeking shelter under trees, or sitting near grilled windows.
That's good advice there.
Yeah.
Now, the weathermen say says heavy rainfall is being experienced across the country and has led to overflow in most rivers, with the ground already saturated with water. As a result, flooding and landslides may be triggered by any substantial amount of rainfall in low-lying and hilly areas.